running, I've been hiding, I've been searching, I've been fighting, I've been choosing, I've been lying, but I'm great no matter what I am. That's no plan, cause I know who I am.
Nowhere to go. Can you tell me? But I guess not. Responsibility?
There's so much to know about my history. I already know my identity.
My history's so graphic and savage, just like we're going through traffic. Why are we still being judged because we're black kids? So much justice, violence, and sadness. It's like we need to learn, practice.
Who am I? What I've done. They're always telling me where to think I'm coming from. It's my time, no waiting in line. Gotta get back to the past, my roots, and claim what's mine. Tell me please my identity. It's my history, my society.
What is my purpose? I'm deep under the surface. What's my history? Go ahead and search it.
Tell me please my identity. It's my history, my society.
What is my purpose? I'm deep under the surface. What's my history? Go ahead and search it.
To what I'm black, you can't wipe it off my face. Because I'm black, everyone's on my case. You're looking at the outside, not the inside of me. The inside of me has a great personality.
Working all day, working all night, working on my future and my future shining bright. Now people, if you feel me, put your hands in the sky. Put your hands in the sky.
Let me tell you my identity. Gonna be a businessman running my city. Selling clothes, snapbacks, whatever it might be. If you don't believe, why don't you just come and watch me?
Bless me, myself, and I have the right to try to find who I am and the missing pieces of our homeland. Tell me please my identity. It's my history, my society.
What is my purpose? I'm deep under the surface. What's my history? Go ahead and search it.
Tell me please my identity. It's my history, my society.
What is my purpose? I'm deep under the surface. What's my history? Go ahead and search it. What is my history? Better stop claiming. Talk to the youth, they're ignorant and never changing. All they do is put on their hoods like it was raining. Obsessed with the clothes and cars and black ops gaming.
Life shouldn't be like this, it should be like this. Think about it, you and I can't deny it's my history. I should be proud of it. Think about it, think about it.
Where do I come from? What's my history? Only I myself and me want expertise. Am I really unknown? What's my ID? Please tell me. I have to believe.
I'm a shy kid living in the city. Around here, everybody looks pretty. Sometimes I look like I have a blank face, but man, sometimes I just need my space.
Tell me please my identity. It's my history, my society.
What is my purpose? I'm deep under the surface. What's my history? Go ahead and search it.
Tell me please my identity. It's my history, my society.
What is my purpose? I'm deep under the surface. What's my history? Go ahead and search it.
God created who I am, and I am proud of it. Every day I think about the things I can do and my dreams. Every day I step out into the world and lend my hand to many. In the name of God.
World on my back, trying to get up at the facts, but it seems to be hidden. Subliminally transmitting to lies. Never knew what's right, so we turn to bad decisions. Visions of mental slavery, new era beginning. Erupting into deadly mind killing. That's blood from your children, the children generation of killing. No heroes, but mainly villains, cause the villains find it appealing, dealing with a demon. So suck and feeling, my history's teeming. Yeah.
Tell me please my identity. It's my history, my society.
What is my purpose? I'm deep under the surface. What's my history? Go ahead and search it.
Tell me please my identity. It's my history, my society.
What is my purpose? I'm deep under the surface. What's my history? Go ahead and search it.
Tell me please my identity. It's my history, my society.
What is my purpose? I'm deep under the surface. What's my history? Go ahead and search it.
Tell me please my identity. It's my history, my society.
What is my purpose? I'm deep under the surface. What's my history? Go ahead and search it.
Calling all elders, all mothers, all fathers, all sisters, all brothers. Habari Gani. It's Kwanzaa time 2021. It's a gathering of family and community for a celebration rooted in our African traditions. Now, the African Canadian Heritage Association's theme this year is Sankofa, to go back and fetch it. We became knowledge seekers, journeying back to classical Africa. We unveiled historical concepts, ancient wisdoms, and traditions of our ancestors, all very essential to the future. Our families invite you, as they reflect and connect their findings to the foundational understanding of the Nguzo Saba, the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. Karibuni, welcome. Come join us.
My name is Kwabena Yafeo. I'm with my son here, Temba Bomani, and we're just gonna bring you in with a song known as Soli. All right. And we hope we have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. Peace.
I go, friends, family, and in particular our young people gathered here with us. Welcome as we begin our journey into yet another year. Unyame, Unya Kampong, Obuaje, Anansi Kokoroko, Divine, we ask that you come join us in Sa. Come, our songs, the spirits of the Great Lakes, the oceans, the lakes. Asasaya, Mother Earth, the bosoms from which we have come. Nananam unseman fu all of our ancestors upon whose backs we stand, come and join us in Sa. We as African people have traveled long and far from the regions of the Great Pyramids, Askum, Mali, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Kinshaga. We come here today with humble hearts, asking for guidance as we prepare to step into yet another year and continue to do our work. We say in Sa. We give thanks. We ask that you continue to watch over our friends here at Acha, who have and continue to support our families and our young people. The promise of all our tomorrows, we say in Sa, drink, nourish your spirits and souls. As we walk confidently into 2022, let us remember that those who still are challenged among us as they fight for their liberation and self-determination, we are with you. We stand firm in your footsteps. Ashe, ashe, ashe. It is finished and it is done. Yo. So.
Please stand for the singing of the Black National Anthem.
Lift every voice and sing, till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies, and it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song
full of the faith that the dark has taught us.
Sing a song
Full of the hope that the present has brought us.
beating the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chasing run, and long the days when hope on board has lies. Yet with a steady beat and not a weary feet, come to the place for which our fathers sighed. We have come
Over the way that the tears have been watered,
We have come
treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered.
out of the gloomy past, till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. Where the white gleam of our bright star is cast.
Good day, everyone. It is Kwanzaa 2021, and I am very pleased on behalf of the African Canadian Heritage Association, the ACAJ, to bring you greetings this year. And the greetings that I bring really is tied to three principles: Kujichagulia, Ujima Ujama, and Imani. Kujichagulia is very important because we need to remember that the fate of Africa affects us. And if Africa is facing COVID from a very weak and vulnerable place, so will we. So we need to be concerned about what's going on in Africa with respect to COVID and with respect to vaccine equity. And with respect to travel bans, it is a travel ban on Africa. There's a travel ban on African people. And we need to sort of analyze and be clear about what our positions are on such issues. That's all about Kujichagulia. We need to work together, be cooperative, be concerned about our elders, our parents, everyone in our community. We will all have times that we need that extra support. And we've been doing it. We need to keep on doing it until we get past the pandemic. And then after we get past the pandemic, we need to redouble it so that we live well in the best of times. Finally, we need to remember that it's all about Imani. It's always about Imani. Imani sustains our humanity, gives us a sense of humor during the trials and tribulations. And we need to remember that and take time to reflect and take time to laugh. That sense of humor is very powerful, and you gotta set time aside to just laugh. I mean, no matter how tough it gets, laugh at it and move on. So thanks to all of you for your incredible support of the African Canadian Heritage Association. We've gone digital, we've done our level best to sustain programming through the pandemic, and we hope in 2022 to continue the same. God bless all of you, and we wish you a wonderful and a healthy 2022. All the best.
Habari Gani.
Umoja, unity. To strive for and maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race. The Kwanzaa symbol used to represent the principle is the Kakambe Cha Umoja, or the Unity Cup. It represents a uniting force for all who gather in celebration with us. Each day of Kwanzaa, we pour tambiko, or libation, to honor and remember our ancestors.
So, as we travel back in time to gather lessons from the past, we see the successes and failures of our ancestral empires depended in large part on their ability to work together as a community. This Aksumite hand cross is one of 3 different designs found in northern Ethiopia. This cross symbolizes the deeply spiritual culture and traditions dating back over 3,000 years ago that demonstrated the spirit of Umoja. This ancient culture worked together to create the stele marking the graves of the great Aksumite kings and other stone monuments that can still be seen today.
So, as we begin this first day of Kwanzaa, we light the black candle.
Let us follow in the footsteps of our ancestors and share our time, talent, and resources as we continue to build our community in our image as the Aksumites did. We raise our hands in the spirit of the Umoja and say,
Harambe! Let's pull together!
Habari Gani.
Kujichagulia, self-determination, to define ourselves, name ourselves, create for ourselves, and speak for ourselves.
The Kwanzaa symbol we use to represent this principle is the Kanara or candle holder, which we place in the center of our display to hold the 7 candles, each reflecting a principle and value of our ancestors.
On this, the day of Kwanzaa, we light the red candle.
This is a day of reflection and setting goals.
The ancient African civilization of Mali, the magnificent empire, had a wonderful and respected ruler, Mansa Musa. He gave his people great freedom to practice their religion. He listened to them and reflected on their needs before making a decision. Mansa Musa was a great ruler because he led his people inspired by the principle of self-determination.
Think about what you can do on this day to reflect and to set goals.
Harambe! Let's pull together!
Habari Gani, Day 3, Ujima, collective work and responsibility. To build and maintain our community together and make our brothers and sisters' problems our problems and solve them together.
The Kwanzaa symbol we use to represent this principle is the mizeo, or crops consisting of fruits and vegetables.
vegetables, which represents the first fruits of harvest and the importance of working together.
On the third day of Kwanzaa, we light the green candle. The ancient Nubian civilization was an advanced culture that demonstrates the principles of Ujima with the magnificent paintings, buildings, pottery, and writing that we still see today. The royal pyramids in the city of Meroe, which contain the tombs and monuments of our great kings and queens, require collective work and responsibility to reconstruct them. From collecting and cutting stone, designing and constructing the pyramids, and in protecting the villages along the Nile River. The greatness of our ancient Nubian civilizations inspire us to reflect and to continue the magnificent legacy they began.
What project or task do you think your family can do to demonstrate collective work and responsibility?
Harambe, let's pull together.
Obarigani.
Ujama, cooperative economics.
What's the affirmation for today, this fourth day of Kwanzaa?
Today, to build and maintain our own stores, shops, and other businesses, and to profit from them together.
The Kwanzaa symbol used to represent this principle is the zawadi. The zawadi is usually books on the life and culture of African people, handmade gifts, or arts and crafts.
The zawadi is a gift representing the labor and love of parents and the commitments made and kept by children. On this, the fourth day of Kwanzaa, we light the red candle.
Sankofa, go back and fetch it. In our family, when we go back and look how the Kwanzaa principle of Ujama was incorporated by ancient Africans, we see that ancient Africa teaches us about the importance of trade and how generosity, sharing, and reciprocity can help build and maintain our communities. In our family, when we incorporate the principle of Ujama, we fetch it by supporting businesses from our community. In other words, we buy black. This year, we hope you find the right zawadi to celebrate Kwanzaa. Harambe, let's pull together. Harambe, 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 harambe.
Already got it.
Habari Gani, Nia, purpose. The affirmation for the day.
to make our collective vocation the building and developing of our community in order to restore our people to their traditional greatness.
The Kwanzaa symbol we use to represent this principle is the muhindi, or ears of corn, which represent all children, a cycle of life, and hope for the future.
At least 2 ears of corn are placed on the mat regardless of whether there are children in the immediate family or not. The children of the community belong to all of us.
On this, the 5th day of Kwanzaa, we light the green candle. As we look back on ancient African civilizations, we remember the gem of Africa, Axum. The ancient Axumites left many writings, and they expressed their feelings about universal topics such as their religious beliefs and their king Izana.
In our household, we focus on learning the history of our family by researching our ancestry and developing our family tree.
As each branch of the family tree is discovered, it tells a new story of each person who came before us. Similar to ancient African civilizations, their beliefs have shaped how we live today.
How will you create and share your family story?
What lessons can we learn today from that of the Axumite civilization?
Harambe, let's pull together.
Habari Gani, Kumba creativity. To always do as much as we can, in the way we can, in order to leave our community more beautiful and beneficial than we inherited it.
The Kwanzaa symbol we use to represent this principle is the makeka or straw mat, which symbolizes rootedness in our African traditions and the importance of our history, the base upon which we build. On this, the 6th day of Kwanzaa, light the red candle. We enjoy the talents of the members of our household, whether it be a song, poem, dance, or idea. Each year, we exchange our handmade gifts or zwadi with family members on this day. We have a Kwanzaa feast. What creative activities will you organize for your household? ACHA now invites you to celebrate the creative expression Kumba of our guest performers.
Day 7, January 1st. Habari Gani. Imani. Faith. To believe with all our heart in our people, our parents, our teachers, our leaders, and the righteousness and victory of our struggle.
The Kwanzaa symbol we use to represent the principle are the Mishuma Saba, or 7 candles. 1 black candle, 3 red candles, and 3 green candles.
The candles are lit following this procedure. Black indicating that people came first, then red for the struggle, and green the hope for the future. Together they represent the Nguzo Saba, or 7 principles of Kwanzaa. On this, the last day of Kwanzaa, we will light the green candle for Imani, faith. Sankofa, as we understand it, tells us to go back and fetch what's needed to move on into our future. So to keep our Kwanzaa practice family-oriented, we decided to create a family Imani Sankofa shadow box.
We went back, retrieving the teachings of the magnificent ancient African kingdoms like Kemet, Nubia, Axum, Ghana, by viewing monuments and structures, examining systems of governing, observing traditions, religion, and culture, as well as listening to stories about our kings and queens. We were inspired to hold on firmly to the faith of our African ancestors, to reclaim, revive, and preserve the rootedness of the Nguzo Saba, or 7 principles, and then to carry these forward into the next year through our box. We readied the shadow box with a kente sash, the 7 principles, and a Sankofa symbol. And now we are ready to add our family contributions.
So Mom, what will be your first contribution to the family Imani shadow box that we can carry forward into the future?
First, with God, all things are possible.
Yes, the Ankh, the symbol of life. We will place this Ankh right next to Gina May, the symbol for only God. What else can we add?
This picture with all of us.
What a picture. So why the picture?
Because I believe in the strength of the family.
And what would you add to our box?
I would like to add some seeds from our garden from this year for us to keep sowing the seeds of abundance into the next year.
Wonderful. And what I would like to add is this ACHA button. This will help us to remember and keep our connection with our community. So there you have it. Our family Imani Sankofa shadow box.
So what would you put into your family Imani Sankofa shadow box?
Let's all pull together. Harambe, 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 Harambe.
The African Canadian Heritage Association would like to say asante, thank you, to our extended families of elders, parents, children, and guests. We hope that you will embrace the concept of Sankofa, to go back and get it, to administer your Kwanzaa celebrations each year. May the wisdom of the ancestors always walk with you. Practice daily Umoja, Kujishagulia, Ujima, Ujama, Nia, Kuumba, and Amani. Build where you are and dare to leave a legacy that will last for as long as the sun shines and the water flows. Shem, Hotep. Here is coming up to the stage.
Okay.
Go on from there. Candles.
The candles are lit using this procedure. Black indicated that the people came first, then the red for the struggle, and green the hope for the future. So together they represent the Ngozobos.
Barigani, Nia, purpose. The affirmation for the day. To make our What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Oh, you were supposed to play without the lit.
I forgot. I just was like,
This ancient culture worked together to create the stellar of the great
family or not. The children of the community belong to all of us. On this, the 5th day of Kwanzaa, we light the green candle. Oh, it was already lit. As we look back,